Coming to the next category, that is fat soluble vitamin. It includes vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. The first one is vitamin A, that is called as retinol. It is actually isoprenoid alcohol and it functions both as a hormone and also as a visual pigment. It is essential for growth, reproduction and vision and maintenance of epithelial tissues of an animal. A number of derivatives are present for vitamin A and the most important one is retinol. It is also called as vitamin A1. It is present in animals as retinol ester, or it is called as retinal ester, having a long chain fatty acid. It is actually a primary alcohol containing a beta alanine ring, that is the structure of a beta alanine ring, and with this it has a long unsaturated fatty acid chain. So retinol or the vitamin A1 is alcoholic and it has beta alanine ring with a long unsaturated fatty acid ring, that is a derivative of vitamin A. The next derivative of vitamin A is beta carotene. It is the precursor of vitamin A, means from it vitamin A is synthesized. It is present in plant food products, and when we intake plant food in our diet, it is oxidized in our intestine and it gives two molecules of retinol, that is vitamin A1, and that is further utilized for vision, reproduction, growth and maintenance of epithelial tissue. The next one is retinol. That is also a vitamin A derivative and it is synthesized by the oxidation of retinol, that is vitamin A1. Retinol initiates the response to rods and cone cells of retina and it is activated when these are exposed to light. When these rods and cone cells are exposed to light, these give a nerve signal to our brain for the visualization of an object that is in light or a dark condition. The last derivative of vitamin A is retinoic acid. It is also a vitamin A derivative and it is derived by the oxidation of retinol. Wherever the retinol is already the oxidized form of retinol molecule. Retinoic acid is synthesized by the oxidation process of retinol and it regulates gene expression in our body or in the body of an animal, that include the example of steroid hormone regulation. Now coming to the vision of our eye, means how we are able to see an object in light. We know that retinal is the visual component of rod and cone cells of retina and they are helpful in the vision of an object. But rhodopsin is the molecule or the complex of retinal and opsin protein and it is the visual pigment of rod cells of retina that help in the visualization of an object in light. In dark time, the retina has rod cells that is present in 11-cis retinal conformation and it is bounded with opsin protein, means it is bounded with opsin protein and it forms a complex that is called rhodopsin molecule. In dark time, when 11-cis retinal and opsin are bounded, we are not able to see an object. But when we are exposed to light or when we are in daytime, this 11-cis retinal and opsin molecule that is in a complex form undergo a number of or series of photochemical reaction that always occurs in the presence of light, and this 11-cis retinal is transformed into transretinal molecule and opsin protein gets separated from it. When opsin protein is separated from retinal molecule and it is transformed into transretinal, then a nerve signal is sent to brain via optic nerves and we are able to see an object in light. The next fat soluble vitamin is vitamin D. It is also a hormone precursor, means that is involved in the synthesis of a number of hormones in our body that is important for a number of regulatory functions. Vitamin D3, that is also called as cholecalciferol or calcicol, is non-enzymatically synthesized in our skin, in the dermis and epidermis from 7-dehydroxycholesterol in the presence of UV light, a component of sunlight. Dietary component of vitamin D3 can be directly absorbed from our intestine, and that is involved in the synthesis of bile salt, that is involved in the digestion of fat and oil in our body. Calciferol or cholecalciferol, that is vitamin D3, is transported to liver where it is utilized for a number of functioning through a process known as transcalcification. So vitamin D3 is a hormone precursor involved in the synthesis of hormone. D3 can be synthesized in our skin in the dermis and epidermis. Dietary component of D3 is absorbed directly from the skin for the synthesis of bile salt, and cholecalciferol is transported to liver where it is utilized through transcalcification process. Now it's very important to know that vitamin D3 is not biologically active unless it is transported to liver and kidney via transcalcification process. When it is transported to liver and kidney, here it gets converted into 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol molecule. When it is converted into 1,25-dihydroxycholecalciferol, then it is able to regulate calcium uptake in our intestine. It is able to regulate calcium level in kidney and in our bones and regulate the gene expression in our body. The next derivative of vitamin D is vitamin D2, that is also called as ergocalciferol, and it is derived from ergosterol by the radiation of UV light to it. So vitamin D3 is the one that is a hormone precursor, and the vitamin D3 is the one that is involved in a number of function, but biologically it is not active unless it is transported to liver and kidney, and then it is functional and regulate the calcium level in our body and other gene expressions. The next fat soluble vitamin is vitamin E. It is most common lipid soluble antioxidant vitamin, means it is the vitamin that is soluble in lipid and it is antioxidant, means it reduces the oxidization in our body. It consists of 8 naturally occurring tocopherol molecules. Tocopherol is a type of lipid, so it is lipid soluble vitamin. The most common one is alpha tocopherol molecule, that is acting as an antioxidant in our body. It supplies hydrogen atom to the radicals that are involved in the oxidation process and that convert oxidizing radical into non-radical products and reduces the oxidation process in our body and help our body to reduce the danger of oxidation because that can be vital for our living. The next fat soluble vitamin is vitamin K. If we are deficient in vitamin K, then it will lead to excessive bleeding in our body, means we will not be able to clot the blood at the place where we get a cut on our skin or inside our body. Vitamin K has several forms where it can be divided into vitamin K1 and vitamin K2. Vitamin K1 is called as phylloquinone and vitamin K2 is called as menaquinone, that is present in the intestinal bacterial form, and it fulfills the half of the requirement of vitamin K in our body. Vitamin K is involved in the carboxylation of glutamate amino acid residues where the COH group is added and it forms gamma carboxyglutamate molecule, and this further forms the proteins of blood clotting, and thus it helps in the clotting of the blood where we get a cut and we are able to prevent the excessive loss of bleeding in our body. Now we will study about two vitamin K derivatives that is chemically used as a poison. The first one is warfarin. It is the structural analog of vitamin K and it is used as rat poison. When it is given to a rat, the rat is dead, and that is because there is the inhibition of vitamin K carboxylation of prothrombin. Prothrombin is a special protein that is involved in the clotting of the blood. But when rat takes warfarin, then there is the inhibition of carboxylation process of prothrombin and the clotting doesn't occur. So rat undergo excessive bleeding and it is dead. So warfarin acts as an anticoagulant. Anti means opposite, coagulant means clotting of the blood. It acts as opposite to the clotting of the blood. So warfarin is a rat poison. Then next compound is dicumarol. Dicumarol is the derivative of curamine and it is also a poison for the animals and act as anticoagulant. So these are the two chemicals that are vitamin K derivative and these are used as a poison for animals. So vitamin topic is over and in the next class we will study a new topic. If you want to study a special topic or a topic of your interest, you can directly message me in the comment box. Now like, share and subscribe my channel.